Hey guys, welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and right now I want to talk about the three keys for Mizzou if they want to make the college football playoff. Before we get into that, please guys go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Spotify. All right, look, Missouri, tons of excitement. Most anticipated season of the last, half century ever. You get the idea. They're number 11 in the preseason coaches poll that came out this week. And, well, playoff chances are real, but there's three keys that I want to talk about that are going to have a big impact on this season. Number three, Cody Schrader. You lose him. Eighth place in the Heisman voting, led the SEC in rushing north of 1,600 yards. The final third of the season, he was just a monster, good for 200 yards a game, unstoppable, got stronger as the game went on. And as much as that, he was a locker room leader. He was a leader in terms of work ethic and practicing and doing things the right way. So Missouri has to replace Cody Schrader both on the field in terms of results and the influence he had in the locker room on the practice field. Not easy. Number two, pass coverage, specifically your corners. Missouri loses Ennis Rakestraw and Chris Abrams-Drain, both NFL draft picks. You didn't hear that much about Rakestraw because, well, no one ever threw to him. He had his guy covered. They were never open. So that's something where it may not feel as big because you heard Rakestraw's name so little, but don't let that fool you. His influence on the game was huge. Chris Abrams-Drain got challenged a little bit more, sometimes just out of pick your poison, honestly, for quarterbacks. And yeah, losing both those guys, that's big. So Missouri has to replace two NFL corners. And then finally, my biggest question mark or key to this team making the playoff is having a pass rush, a quality pass rush. You know, Missouri returns Johnny Walker, but you're losing Darius Robinson, who was all over the place. Lots of losses along the defensive line. And this is a team that had 39 sacks, tied for 10th in the country in 2023. They've got to put up that type of performance again if they want to be in the college football playoff. Now, luckily for Missouri, they have a potential solution for each of these. Going back up to issue number three. You lose Cody Schrader. Well, Missouri brought in Nate Noel and Marcus Carroll, both on the Doak Walker watch list for the nation's best running back. Marcus Carroll was a semifinalist for the award a year ago, had 1,350 yards rushing, 10th in the country. He was almost like a mini Schrader. Nate Noel, less power, 5'10", 190, perhaps more your lightning as opposed to Carroll's thunder type of a back. If you want to make that comparison, not totally invalid. You know, it's not totally clear that Nate Noel is going to be the starter, although looks like he may have a slight edge through a week or so of fall camp. But anyway, they together, along with even Jamal Roberts, Kawan Lacey, and I'm still holding out hope for Tavares Jones. Maybe Missouri does have a by committee approach, finally. You look at issue two. Coverage, secondary, the corners. You lose Ennis Rakestraw. Well, he missed games, entire games. He didn't play in the Cotton Bowl. I'm pretty sure of that. Check me if I'm wrong. But Ennis Rakestraw faced serious injuries and missed significant time, meaning Dre Norwood got extended playing time. And he was solid. You feel all right about Norwood stepping in as perhaps your number one corner. On the other side, it certainly looks like the starter is going to be Toriano Pride out of St. Louis, spent some time down at Clemson, transferred, coming home. Didn't light it up at Clemson, but got extended playing time and was solid. You have guys who have played, who have shown they can be perhaps good. A lot of hope there. There's optimism and perhaps a solution. And if you want to help out your pass coverage, what do you get? Well, you get an awesome pass rush, right? At defensive end, I mentioned Johnny Walker is back. He had 5 sacks last year. You look at Darius Smith, you look at Zion Young. Those two guys, probably your number 2 and your number 3 at D end, they both look the part. They both are capable, have potential. So maybe those are portal guys who, if you look for reasons that they would succeed, you can find them easily. And that's without even talking about Williams Nwaneri, the incoming 5-star true freshman. How big of an impact can he have? I don't know. It's tough to say. He's a 5-star that everybody wanted. Yes. He's also a true freshman trying to play in the SEC. I don't think it's fair to expect him to go out there and have 10 sacks. Maybe even 5 sacks is asking too much. Heck, given the guys in front of him, he may not even get that much time on the field. So we'll see. But with those 4, there's something to kind of make you lean back and say, oh, all right, I can see where Mizzou's pass rush might be pretty solid. And it needs to be. Missouri cannot be a playoff team, I don't think, if they have to consistently blitz. I think they need to get pressure with their front 4 on a pretty consistent basis. And it starts with Johnny Walker, Zion Young, and Darius Smith. Those 3, I think. So, to recap, Mizzou has 3 big keys, in my opinion, toward making a playoff. And they're all replacing things lost. And they have potential solutions for each. In the past, Missouri has tried and failed in the portal, recruiting, whatever. There are viable answers for each of these 3 keys, and it's part of the reason that Mizzou fans have so much excitement and optimism heading into this season. And we'll see what happens. Fall camp underway. What, 3 weeks away, whatever it is from the first game? I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's coming, guys. We're going to have more Mizzou coverage as the regular season approaches. And we're going to talk about what we think is going to happen. We'll have our game-by-game predictions coming up. We'll have just kind of a macro view of the season. And we'll talk about the team as a whole. Just keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports. Thank you guys for watching.